What's up, family? So right now I'm up, right, and I'm studying um, spirits, right, and how they possess, how they attach. Is how they cause people to do the most stupidish crap. Because that means like it's not it doesn't mean the person. It's the spirit that is controlling the person. Um, but uh, spirit put in, spirit told me research banshee, right? And when I read it, I was like, I paused right here before I even came on this video. I was like, what the fuck, right? All right, family. I bullshit y'all not. Um, this was back in 2019, okay, when this shit happened to me. How you see my sofa's lined up right here, but it was on the other side of the room, that wall over there. And I was laying on the sofa. And I actually thought, y'all, I was asleep. Like, I was asleep. It's the most, like, I don't really share this with everybody, okay? Um, but I was roaming and walking through my house, right? And I looked back there towards the back room, the back of the house, and I saw a light was on. I said, hold on. I know I cut the light off, you know what I'm saying, before I laid down. So I went to try to go cut out the light. Now mind, I'm not realizing. I don't know if that's actually astral projecting. I think it is. I don't know what the fuck, but right when I went to go to the door to open it to cut out the light, I heard this most scream that I ain't never heard in my life, right? And then so I bagged up. I go, shit, this is like in a dream state, or I'm actually in spirit walking, roaming, right? And I remember like coming back towards this way of my house, like coming back, and I went towards the window. When I opened up my window, I saw a face of a person. I don't want to reveal who that. This shit is deep. Lord have mercy. Um, there, and it scared me because it was just like, I don't know. It was the look upon this person's face was, I don't want to go into detail, right? Um, and so I remember I had started getting real deep back into doing like my tarot card readings, and during that time, that night when it happened, it was actually a blood moon, a blood moon. And I want to say that blood moon happened in 2019 in the sign of Leo, if I'm not mistaken. And I want to say it was like in the month of January, like January 19th or so, somewhere around there. January 21st. I remember that. I go look it up. Look up the charts. You're going to see we had a blood moon sometime in January of 2019. I BS you not. Okay? And so I remember a spiritual sister of mine of who does tarot too, um, who said, and she said on the phone, and she starts really talk to me, and I don't know if she, I'm not gonna go into details with all that, but I don't normally tarot readers. Some they don't like sitting on the phone with you. They mainly, you know what I'm saying, would like send your reading through an email or a pre-recorded video. Me, I do my readings on the phone, on video with you. You know, if I do a personal reading. But anyway, she popped up in my dream, right? And at that time, she went by the name of 555. And bitch, 555 came out in a reading today. Oh my gosh! But anyway, um, pay attention to everything, y'all. I remember she told me like, don't fear. Whatever you do, don't fear. You know, feed that energy with love. Feed the energy with love. Feed the energy with love. Right. And so I opened my front door. And when I opened up my front door, my porch and the front of my house, everything, it was not, it was like, it was my house, but it was not um, my street. I don't know where I was, all right? But the cars on the street, the street lights, everything, the whole scenery, it was like, okay, I'm in my house, but it's not, you know what I'm saying, my house, my the outside of it. And that's the second time some shit like that happened to me in a dream. I'm gonna get to the next part after that. But anyway, I'm gonna get to that part of me being in my house and going outside, but my house outside the yard, it wasn't mine. Okay. Um, anyway, when I was researching about the banshee, it was saying like you would hear something like in a dream state or something like that, and you would hear this loud screaming, this wailing or whatever, and that's supposed to be like an old folklore, Irish folklore, to foretell someone who is going to pass away. Okay, and I don't know because the person that I saw that was in my window, all right, and then the spiritual sister came and told me, feed love, don't fear. The person that was in my window is the same person who is now passed away this year. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm up and I'm reading, I'm researching, I read this, so it kind of like took me for a loop. It creeped me out, and I don't know why. It's just something different about this energy. All right, there's times I've been laying in the bed to where right after my grandmother passed, um, she was standing at the foot of my bed. No, the first time I wasn't living in this house, I was staying in an apartment before this house, and she woke she woke me up, and we sat at my kitchen table, and she told me the truth about everything. I don't want to go into all that right there, okay? Because I don't, because I get so emotional with my grandmother. And another time, my grandmother was standing at the foot of my bed, and she touched my foot. Another time, I think I was laying down and touched my leg. But at these times, when I saw my grandma all the times and being touched on my foot and her standing at the foot of my bed, and then touching me on the side of my bed on my thigh, it was nothing to fear. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I knew it was my grandmother. All right, it was nothing to fear. If it was an uneasy feeling, baby, you better haul fuck out. You better haul ass, get the hell on somewhere, cause it ain't supposed to go down like that. All right. Um, but anyway, I'm lost for words with this one, and I'm like fuck, cause that screaming, I remember that shit, and I was like, what the fuck was that? Like it scared the shit out of me. I'm like, what the fuck? But it's saying that it deals with like foretelling a death of a person, letting you know. All right. So I'm wondering right now is when that went down and that happened, was that spirit letting me know, you know, say we're going to say 2019. Uh, oh, that's 4 years. Letting me know 4 years later. All right, 4 years into the future that would be the same person that would pass away. All right. Um, Another time when I had the now let's get back to the house part because I said I want to cover that. Um, my house was on the corner of I'm the third house on my block, so um, I'm the third house from the corner house right here, all right? And so I'm in my house, right? And my house is the same, all right? My front door, everything, right? Oh Lord, this some. Boy, I tell you some spiritual shit, and I needed this break just to get back to my shit, right? It was all the same, right? I go outside and I see Jupiter, I see Saturn, all right, and they were all just going down the street. One of my mailboxes, our mailboxes sit on that block right there, just boom, and I'm like, what the hell, right? And then before I know it, I end up coming back inside in my house, right? And when I had saw Jupiter and the Saturn's going down the street like that, the mailboxes, and the mailboxes represent a message, because that's what we get news through. Like we get, we get alert news, whatever we call it, through mail, right? So I took it. I ended up channeling. I ended up getting the energy of my ancestors during that time. All right, and I came back into my house. But when I came back into my house wasn't my house anymore. All right, it was like I was in a mansion. I walked into my house, and it was a mansion. So I do know that, I don't know if spirits like let me know I'm supposed to be living good, but I'm y'all bear with me in this video, okay? Now I'm gonna use my stand right here with my plants, right? There was stairs. Look at that part right there as stairs, right here as stairs, right? Going up. And this part is like the balcony part. And this part right here as stairs. So it's like, two, like the mansion like stairs. Y'all get what I'm trying to say, right? And I remember going up the stairs. I remember looking around. Hold on, y'all. I remember going up the stairs, looking around, and I'm like, damn, where everybody at, right? Hold on. Before I came inside, okay, no, it was Jupiter and Saturn going down by the mailboxes. Like they were like going through, like you could hear like portals, like through. I don't know, it was weird. And then I'm looking at everybody, my neighbors and everybody shooting like these laser guns or something, right? And so my gun shot water. I'm like, what the hell? All right. Some of y'all who've been with me since day one on YouTube, y'all already know this, but the newbies, the new subscribers since then, they don't know what it is I'm talking about. So some of y'all from day one when I very first started my YouTube channel, y'all remember me seeing this dream, because I also told this dream on Facebook. But anyway, I come in the house, and my house, well, like the inside, it was a mansion. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm going up the stairs. I'm looking. I'm like, well, where everybody at? You know what I'm saying? So I go back down the stairs. When I go back down the stairs, I go into my kitchen, but my kitchen was not my kitchen. My kitchen was like this big ass kitchen with this long ass dining table, and like the windows in my kitchen, right? We're gonna say there was windows like this, all right? But the windows were like from each wall to wall, and they went from the top all the way to the bottom. So if you wanted to open the window, you have to go all the way down and pull it up. But the glass in the window was like crystal, all right? Like the actual crystal stones, like Reiki stones or something like that. And it was trimmed in gold, all right? And it was this old man, right? He was sitting at the table reading a newspaper. I'm like, don't nobody read newspapers no more, right? All right. And then I end up seeing a man. I'm not gonna say who, but it's somebody I share kids with. And I seen the man. I'm gonna say well, anyway. I seen him walking, and I was just got scared. I got scared, and I'm like, one of the windows was halfway open. I see this person coming, and I got so damn scared. And I slammed the window, and I was like, he's trying to harm me. He's trying to harm me. He's trying to harm me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And the old man is at the table, right? And he had like the newspaper, like this, and he looked at me, and he was just so calm and collected. He was like, why are you scared? You shouldn't have any fear. All right. And I can't remember what else happened after that. I really don't. But I done had some tripped out wild dreams. Okay. I found that dream to be very spiritual as well. All right, to walk into my house, and it was like a mansion, and that reminded me, and that old wise man sitting there, and also the scripture, in my father's house there are many mansions, right? And then we have the I had saw Jupiter and Saturn going down my street, so that's like Saturn will represent what? Karma. And Jupiter will represent what? Blessings, right? So I don't know. I feel as though that dream very much carries powerful revelation right now to the current situation that's going on in my life at this very freaking moment as I do this video. So when you hear us spiritualists, us tarot readers telling y'all to pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your dreams and write them down. Remember as much as you can about the dream, because it may not come to full detail and full understanding right then at that time. Other things have to take place. It would make sense later. And like with the when I looked up and researched Banshee, I could never understand why when I was when that happened to me. Also, I saw myself, my body laying on my sofa. All right. After I heard that loud scream, I came back this way, right, to try to leave, and I looked back. I was actually laying on my. I saw my body laying on my sofa. So that's why I was telling y'all in the beginning of this video, right, that I don't know if that's called astral projection. I don't know if that's like just what people would consider out of body experience, or was it just I was that deep in a dream to where it appeared to be that way. But to me, I ain't never in a dream actually saw myself. Have y'all noticed in y'all dreams you don't never see yourself? Because I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody else. But I saw myself laying there on the sofa. And the person with that loud screaming, reading about the Banshee, said it's foretelling a death of someone close to you, someone that's like family tied to you. And I'm going to just put it out there. It was my daughter's father, right? And that dream was 4 years ago when he just passed February 25th this year. I don't want to get off into that because my daughter's in her sleep and I don't know if she's listening. So I'm going to leave that alone. So I said I didn't want to go into details with names and things like that. But anyway, when y'all hear us tell y'all to pay attention to y'all dreams, we telling y'all this for a reason. Like, when I tried to lay down to go to sleep, I just can't sleep. Spirit won't let me sleep. So I'm like, what is it? What is it? So I'm up researching. Spirit wanted me to see, you know, and read and to understand certain things. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there because it's something else I want to go into detail about. But I'm going to save that for another day, another time. Maybe tomorrow, maybe somewhere in the future. I've already covered it and talked about it in one of my videos. You can go down and you can look at it for yourselves, find it. It is titled something to the degree of monitoring spirits that was revealed to me, shown to me. And I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it right now in this one. In that dream, there was like a energy of infidelity. Sleeping, either you can't take it literal. Sleeping with somebody's man or a man sleeping with somebody's woman, right? And through that, they picked up a monitoring spirit. I was shown how you can pick up monitoring spirits that way. I'm not gonna just go ahead and check the video out. All right, go ahead on and check the video out. Like for real, you know what I'm saying, about the monitoring spirits. That's how I didn't know nothing about no monitoring spirits. My dad came to me in a dream. In a dream. In a dream. You have to be careful with lustful spirits. Like some of y'all really don't understand. Like sometimes you can be so far gone up under spiritual attacks and don't know where they're coming from and why it's happening, why this is happening, why it's happening, why everything, why is all this chaos. Monitoring spirits. Some of them come through lust, come through like that infidelity, all that monitoring spirits. And these things, what they do, they cause, they, whoever's weak, that's who they're going to latch to. All right. Whoever's like weak minded, who's ever weak in spirit, who's ever weak in the flesh, that's who they prey upon. And they prey upon people like that, you know what I'm saying, to fuck with you. Because they can't fuck with you. They can't latch to you, so they're gonna latch to someone close to you, or someone that you're in a relationship with, someone that you're married to. All right, some shit like that, or a family member, shit like that. You know that, man. I don't want to get off into all that, cause baby, do y'all research, understand how deep spiritual attacks can get. Understand the spiritual realm is very much present. That shit ain't later when we pass away, when we out this body. We need to be able to identify what's going on right now while our spirit is housed in a vessel in this flesh. So when this thing right here, our body dies, our spirit will have the knowledge and the wisdom to know what the hell is going on when our soul leaves our body. And I don't know how many times I have to stress that to people. And you have to understand, some people, they're not gonna be given the gift to really understand this shit for what it is before their body actually die. So somebody come up in your realm and giving you the real on how, you know, your angels operate and how these damn demonic spirits and shit operate, man, take heed to it. Take heed to it. I'm gonna get up off this video. Baby, I'm finna finish doing my studying like I normally do. Something on my lip. I'm gonna finish studying. But when I came across the Banshee and reading up on it and all that, I was like, "Are you got to?" Lord knows I ain't playing, but it's just an expression. You got to be fucking kidding me. Hell no. So with that being said, family, be woke, be aware. All right. We are told time and time again, it's a spiritual warfare. It's a spiritual warfare. All right. And we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Really, we don't. It is these spirits and shit that be trying to latch on to people, and people who are weak through temptation of fornication, people who are weak through temptation of like drug addictions and all that shit. I'm not trying to talk. I'm just saying. That's why it's so important that we be built up in strength. And strength is hard to obtain when you're going through so much. Y'all know what it's like to hold on to y'all faith and hold on to y'all strength. It's the reason why for that. But hold on to your strength. Hold on to your faith. Because we really wrestle not against flesh and blood. So we need to understand these things in the flesh. All right? Because once the body gives out, the spirit, our soul needs to know these things and understand it. Because we understood it. We obtained the knowledge and the wisdom while we were still in the flesh. You feel me? You dig a real shit? So with that being said, I send y'all peace, love, light, and prosperity. And baby, y'all already know the next time y'all see me, your girl gonna be coming with something. I don't know what it's gonna be. I ain't gonna say I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be something. So with that being said,